What's up, guys? This your boy James, aka 68J, coming to you on this Tuesday. And we got one hell of a show for you guys today. I look up and who do I see? Only the most amazing family on planet Earth, EARF, hanging out with me. Shouts out to Real Canal Life up in here. Good to see you, my brother. Crypto Mama Liz in the house. What's up, Liz? Happy Tuesday, fam. Good to see you. Miss you as well, sis. We got DCA Crypto Dave in the house. What's up, buddy? DCA X Lloyd, what's up? There's my boy right there, X Lloyd in the house. That's my dog. It's been a minute. Happy New Year, my dog. I hope you're out there doing great things, starting your 2026 off with a bang. Appreciate you, my man. Pots and pans, guys. We got one hell of a show. Let's get right into it. Market cap $3.16 trillion. Down a bit, up a bit. We're gonna talk about that and much more. Bitcoin leading the way. Manipulating the markets, grabbing those shorts, grabbing those longs, guys. We're going to talk about that and much more. As obviously you see my thumbnail, and it's not saying Bitcoin, right? But it's saying those or how they're using Bitcoin to manipulate the markets. We're going to talk about that and much more. Bitcoin right now 92,326. After seeing a 94 and some change, we had a bit of a jump up, which had the markets kind of going, and all of a sudden they grabbed all those doggone longs and shorts, and boom. Ethereum right now 3,200 and some change, still above 3,200. We still got XRP in the top 3 position. You got to take out USDT at 224. That thing got up to 238 before Bitcoin decides to sneeze downward and snatch some liquidity. BNB right now 901, guys. Solana coming in at 138. And some change. We got TRX right now at 29 cents. Dogecoin coming in at 14 cents. ADA at 40 cents. And BCH, Bitcoin Cash, that will be your top 10 if you take out both of the stables. Or actually, Chainlink would be in the top 10 because you would have to take out USDT and USDC. So Chainlink making the top 10 as far as alts. Let's keep it going. 1371 for Chainlink. We got, let's see, ZEC right now, 498.51. XLM right now at 23 cents. SUI at 186. LTC, 82 and some change. We got AVAX right now at 14.50. HBAR doing his thing at 12 cents. Shiba, 5 zeros and an 8, or 5 zeros and 8 if you guys speak Spanish like I do. Poquito. Let me stop. Toncoin right now, 188. Crow, if you didn't know, at 10 cents. That's 10 for a dollar. Uniswap coming in at 5.95. Polkadot right now, 216, guys. Pepe, you got any? I don't. Doesn't matter. It's 35 on CoinMarketCap. 5 zeros and a 6 to be exact. Avi right now 170 near. Let's make it clear. 176. We got Asta right now up and down, but yet still up at 75 cents. ICP right now 332. We've got Ondo doing a thing at 44 cents. Caspa, 5 cents. RLUSD at number 55 on CoinMarketCap. We can recognize that. Matic right now is at 12 cents. By the way, guys, if you're joining us for the first time, what's up, Nut Force? That's my dog right there. If you're joining us for the first time, my name is James, a.k.a. 68J. Been in crypto since 2017. 26 will be going on my 9th year. That's crazy. 26, yeah, that's crazy. Damn it, that's crazy. Anyways, been in crypto since 2017, documenting my journey in the evolution of money. It's been one hell of a ride. We started this show, however, about 3 years ago in November. It's been one hell of a ride. We got the greatest family on planet Earth, EARF, Crypto for Life, Chicago Coin family, XRP Army family. We're strong up in here, and we know what we hold. And so anyways, guys, really excited about that. But remember, nothing we talk about in the show should ever be considered or deemed financial advice. Let's move on. Okay, so we've got, what did we leave off at? Midnight right now, 7. Midnight came out of nowhere. 7 cents. Render right now at 242. Arbitrum at 21 cents. Maybe I just don't know a whole lot about it. Algo right now at 13 cents. Atom coming in at 242 as well. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's crazy. Render and Atom are at the same price. That's crazy. Filecoin right now, 154. We got Trump coin still down $70. Liz been a member for 31 months. I'm going to correct that. Liz been a member from day one. Now, typically when you have a YouTube channel, it takes a while before you can get monetization or getting monetized, or you're able to get stars and things that people do. So a lot of people you see that say 31 months or whatever, it's whatever time, they've been with me from day one. Liz is a day oneer. And so definitely appreciate my sister riding with us. Ivan Hernandez in the house. What's up, Ivan? Appreciate you, my brother. Huh? In a major way. VChain right now is at 1 cent. Flare, don't you dare sleep on Flare at 1 cent. We got XDC right now at 5 cents. QNT, 77.25. What else we got up in here? We're talking about SEI, huh? 12 cents. Jupiter, 22 cents. Cake, just under $2 at $1.99. Sounds like a discount at Walmart or something. Anyways, Andrew Tate said he made a whole lot of money on cake, pancake swap. XTX right now, guys, just like the song we play here each and every day, no affiliation. Stacks is at 36 cents. We're talking about Stack It Up by my man Crypto Tells, the crypto anthem of the universe. You damn straight. We got Optimism right now at 32 cents. XTZ to OG at 57 cents. CRV, Curve Dow token at 41 cents, guys. We got IMX at 28 cents doing this thing. God, IMX was up. IMX back in the day was like a lot, wasn't it? Okay, 950, not really. I'm thinking about something else. What else we got in here? INJ right now, 546. We got IOTA at 11 cents. And CHZ still in the top 100, hanging on by a thread to at 4 cents, guys, at the number 100 spot. You got to love it. Appreciate you guys. Got a lot to talk about today. And by the way, guys, if you guys don't know, we're live on X, live on YouTube, and live on IMUTV. We go live Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you guys come check us out. All right, let's get right into it. Let's see where we're at. Make sure I got my... Is my live on, guys? Let's see. Yeah, I believe it's... yeah, we're live. Okay. Just want to make sure I get a little swig of this liquid crack here coffee. All right, let's get into it, guys. You can see we're live again on X, live on YouTube. I am live on IMUTV, so if you guys have a Roku TV, you can download the app. You can also see it on Fire Stick TV, and soon it's coming to Apple TV, and they now have a Android app, so you can watch it mobile as well. So that's pretty cool. Shouts out to IMUTV, Rob, and Nine, and all those things that they're out there doing. What's meant for you often arrives quietly, right when you stop forcing and start allowing. That's a fact. No more speculation or debate. It's XRP Multimedia comes out and says XRP ETFs gives us daily measurable data that provides the current level of confidence big institutions have in XRP. There is no speculation or debate. Institutional investors and large asset managers want XRP. Guys, I'm telling you, it's crazy. Times are changing. 2026 is the year of the Phoenix. I do believe that. 21 Shares puts this out. It says 2026 Energy, XRP in third place. Well done. XRP has been in third place for quite some time, but it's that number 2 spot or number 1 spot. We're going to be talking about that in a minute. Third place, but wait for things to explode. That's a fact. When things kick in, my goodness. Bitcoin Magazine came out and says Senator John Kennedy says crypto market structure legislation markup will happen next week. Wow. Okay. Something's going to happen. Bitwise says institutions are warming up to crypto slowly, then all at once. You damn straight. Guys, today we're going to be talking about the Bitcoin BS continues in 2026. Now, I hold Bitcoin. We're not talking about Bitcoin as far as like Bitcoin, like crapping on Bitcoin, but we're talking about the manipulation. But since I always say manipulation, I figured I'd come out with a different, thumbnail. Because that's what they use, guys. Look, Bitcoin's the almighty. This thing got to pumping, got up to like 94, everything shooting through the roof. Sorry, somebody's trying to call me. Everything shooting through the roof. You got, XRP hits, like 240 damn near. The markets are going. But there is a time, and we're going to talk about that. There is a time that many people feel, not just me. That's why I want to, show some things that other people posted where utility assets like Bitcoin and others will no longer. Okay, what is this? No. Damn, I got all kinds of pop-ups on my screen. That's crazy. All right, sorry about that, guys. Okay. But there's a time that they will start detaching themselves. I am sure of that. What's up, Beekeeper69? Bullish Bird in the house. Good to see you, my brother. Bullish Bird up in here. The family. I know this was kind of like my thumbnail went out late. Everything went out late, but definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's keep it going. So we're going to be talking about the BS continues in 2026. And basically, guys, what I'm talking about is just, again, they use Bitcoin to pump the markets and just wipe out, liquidate like billions and billions of dollars. So people are getting wrecked. They're going to continue to do this until regulatory clarity is implemented. Until then, I'm not getting hyped at a little bit of a... Now, I will say this. It was kind of dope to see XRP jump 50 cents or 60 cents, whatever the hell it was, in a few days. That was pretty cool. But the manipulation is real. They'll go in, wipe out longs and shorts, man. It's just one crazy, chaotic game. So so again, for me, the manipulation or using Bitcoin for manipulation continues in 2026. Okay, respect it, and we'll get more into that. Respect isn't negotiated; it's earned quietly over time. That's a fact. Shouts out to man Smoke. It says, I said, many fail to realize just a 3x and XRP surpasses Ethereum. That's a fact. Right now, from the current price, and that's what I'm saying, there's so many things right now that are in place that can make this coin explode. Way more in place with XRP than any other digital asset, period. And the fact it's the only crypto, like I know we're waiting for the Clarity Act, but we already got clarity. XRP is not a damn security. We already got legal clarity. So I'm just telling you, but obviously the Clarity Act is going to help in many ways. But many fail to realize that just a 3x XRP surpasses ETH once again. Not for the first time. It was already past ETH. That's why they started this whole little conspiracy against XRP. Go watch Rig from the Start. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's Rig from the Start by my folks over at Fruition Productions. I was going to try to pull it up. I want to keep this video kind of short, an hour. All right. And many fail to realize that a 20x right now, it's not even 20, it's like 18 or 17x right now, but a 20x and XRP will blast past Bitcoin. And Smoke points this out as well. XRP only has to 20x from current price levels to surpass Bitcoin. Wisdom tree, documented right here. So you guys can see it shows right here, to match Bitcoin's market capitalization, XRP price would need to increase not even more than, because just literally, I did it this morning, I did the math, it was less than 20x. So when they put this out, XRP might have been down, like 180 something. So the fact that where the price is at right now, it needs less than a 20x to overtake Bitcoin. But the fact that Wisdom Tree is pointing this out, guys, I'm telling you, they know. They're like, wait a minute, what? All the institutions say, wait a minute, hold on, 20x? So hold on, you telling me that a 40-something dollar, not even a $50 XRP takes over Bitcoin, and then I got to go buy Bitcoin out here for like 90-something thousand, or I can, come on now. You don't think they understand that? You're damn straight they do. Shouts out to Marquise. What's up, Marquise in the house? Dual citizen up in here. What's up, my brother? Good to see you. Dual citizen, one of the realest in the game. That's my man. Are we there yet? Hell no, not yet. It's happening. Chicken 415 in the house. Good to see you, my brother. My familia's up in here. A person who speaks less and does more earns respect without asking for it. Did y'all know that? We're going to try to keep this over, under an hour, guys, or at least an hour. You're still life-changeably early. You're still, I don't even know if life-changeably. I'll put it out there. I don't give a damn. You're still life-changeably early, meaning that you're still in a position where everything can change. And that's not what a lot of assets, guys. Like Bitcoin right now, like, again, I'm not crapping on it because I got it. I was just fortunate enough to get it early. But, you know, how many Bitcoin can the average person afford? And then when will that Bitcoin be life-changing? So even if you own, like, you know, half of a Bitcoin and you got $40-something thousand, almost $50,000, where does it need to go for it to be life-changing, right? Some of these assets, like XRP and others, will be life-changing. You'll find crypto isn't stressful because it's not real or being adopted. Of course it's real. Of course it's being adopted. It's stressful sometimes because of the dishonest, distasteful, and disrespectful people. And that's a fact. And I'm just like, I'm not trying to harp on things. Like, you gotta understand, guys, I want you to understand something. When I get up, and shouts out to Liv, man, one of the realists. I appreciate you, sis. Make sure you guys follow us on X. What are dual citizens? I was really hoping Jake's numbers hit before. Yeah, I know we all were. I think dual citizen. But you know, we've talked about that. I had some people like trying to post on my YouTube. You know, there's some people who support, you know, what Zach said and all the research he did in regards to that, and there's some people who support Jake, and I get both of them kind of going wild on X, on my YouTube, like, oh, you know, Jake is this and that, and all the documentation shows he's this, and then, oh, Zach is trying to just ruin Jake, you know, all that. So it's just so much crap, man. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm not going to go through that again. I'm just telling you, I read it almost like every day somebody's posting something, and they're still posting on that one video that I did, which is right here. They're still making comments on this damn video. It's crazy, you know, where I explained everything and my thoughts on everything. But here's what I'll say, guys. I don't think, and I said this before, I don't think, like, okay, so it's not just Jake. Everybody acts like Jake he made the biggest prediction, probably the boldest prediction, but he ain't the only damn one that made a prediction. There was people saying 20, 30, 40. Even Zach said that. Zach Rector said 34. There's people who gave it, 60, 20. There was all kinds. Jake had the biggest number and was very passionate about it, and I think that's what kind of set Zach off. Is like, yeah, you're trying to build this. Go watch it. I'm not going to get into it again. But here's what I think, guys. Whether it's Jake, whether it's Zach, whether it's Mickle, whether it's and I'm just saying myself, whether it's anybody else that might have said, we're bullish and I can't, I've always just read what other people say. I don't say, oh, it's going to be 10. I've never said what I think is going to be by a certain time. Because I just know better. I believe that you take responsibility and accountability for what you say. However, these are just opinions. But then, for someone to get mad at Jake, you could then, okay, do you get mad at Brad Garlinghouse? What did Brad Garlinghouse say? Right? What did he say? He said a $5 trillion market cap for crypto by the end of the year. But was Brad off? Was Jake off? Was Zach off? Were other people in their predictions? Regardless of whatever the right price would have been, right? I don't know if it would have been $750. I don't know if it would have been $100, right? Would it possibly have been more? I think so. Could we have possibly got into the $5 trillion market cap that Brad Garlinghouse even saw by the end of 25? I think so too. But I think the issue is, again, and we've talked about this, the government shutdown, no one saw it coming. It's not like Brad, when Brad made that comment, it was months it's months earlier in 2025. When Jake made his bet, it was months earlier in 2025. No one saw a government shutdown. No one saw all the tariff, crap that Trump was going to be doing nonstop. And also, I don't want to say crap because I think the tariff thing that he did was necessary and needed, and it put us in a better overall position. It's got all kinds of money coming into the United States. But no one saw that as a point I'm trying to make. Just like, it's like saying, the manipulation. No one saw the level of manipulation and liquidations of longs and shorts and everything. I mean, guys, there is extreme manipulation that went on in 2025, and in my opinion, that's what I'm talking about with the show today, is that I think it's continuously happening going into 2026. So, but yeah, so I would just say that people's predictions, kind of commenting on what Dual Citizen said, they're extended. So if shutdown didn't happen, if tariff, I wouldn't say wars, but tariff debates didn't happen, or implementations didn't happen, and all the stuff that it did with the market, and then massive manipulate. If they would just stop manipulating, but you got to understand they're not going to. It's billions being made. They're liquidating billions. People are getting crazy rich off what they're doing right now. Now, if you took all that out, yeah, I think for without a shadow of a doubt, because remember, we were at 4.15 or 1.8 trillion dollar market cap. We were like right on the cusp of hitting 5 trillion. We were right on the cusp of hitting it. And then all this crap and chaos started. So if that momentum would have went on and we would have got to a $5 trillion market cap, hey, could Jake been possibly right with some of his, maybe the $100, maybe? Could Zach have been, maybe Jake would have been right. Maybe Zach would have been right with $20, $30, $40. So yeah, I just think that there's it's kind of like going all the way back to when Shannon Thorpe was talking about it, our sis, who's been on Ladies Night with us, things that she's heard. I've got other people who've heard things on a high level from, different institutional standpoints of who they're connected with. And guys, look, they're not wrong. And I know the sources that I have, and I don't want to be like one of those big, well, I got sources of Jake, but there are people who got people who are high up in certain areas, and they know. It's not that they know, they are in the effing room. I told you guys, I'm going to stop there because I'm sworn by secrecy. But there's some people who know some people who are in the effing room that I am connected to, like I'm connected to my damn wife. I'm telling you, and they're in the room with some of these institutions. But at the end of the day, it is not going to play out until they allow it to play out. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, everyone has somebody. Somebody's got somebody, a friend, a cousin, a mama. Somebody's got somebody they know. Or maybe they don't. Now, I'm not going to say everybody, somebody, but sometimes people are blessed enough to have somebody that may be in the room. And so that's why when I hear certain people saying certain things, it's like, and I can validate it with the stuff I'm hearing and validate it with the guys who are overseeing billions of dollars and smart, running Fortune 500, Fortune 300, Fortune 400 that I'm friends with, and they're saying these things. And so when I hear something from Jake and I hear something from Zach, I don't dismiss it like maybe the average Joe does, because you can't see or understand what they're saying. But when they're saying things and I go back over here and have these conversations and there's a lot of validity to what they're saying, I'm like, oh, shoot, okay. But again, why didn't things play out? A lot of damn stuff happens in the market that, that I won't say stops, but postpones, right? They're not ready for it. They don't care. If we want to see $100 XRP, they don't give a damn. What it tells say? They don't want you to get rich but die trying. You better stay locked in. That's a fact. Shouts out to my beautiful queen, that's Yalnette, my baby, my everything. I'm trying to figure out something to do with my we just talking about that. We woke up this morning like, babe, I want to go do something. So we're trying to figure out like a road trip. We just had the Raiders game. We want to do something like a road trip, go see some family, see something. I start realizing there's a lot of stuff in Vegas that we still haven't done. Like my son was talking about, he was sharing that there's Vegas is an interesting place. And I think that's why we came back. We moved back here, right? Left California, went to Hawaii, then stayed in Vegas, went to Sonoma County Wine Country, came back to Vegas. Because there's so much cool stuff like shows and artists, and it's a lot to do. The one thing you probably don't want to do a whole lot, which, I've been guilty of is gambling and all that stuff, casinos and slots. That's always kind of been my thing. But, we're easing back on that and trying to find more things to do. But it's got a lot of stuff, like my son was mentioning, like I think it's like I don't know if it's like a restaurant or bar, but the whole thing is made of ice, like ice tables, ice cups, ice plate. I'm like, what? So it's just, and then my wife was telling me about some other, like, it's just so much to do out here, man. So I'm trying to figure out something to do, or a trip to take, or something. I don't know, something. I'm trying to plan something. I like staying busy doing stuff. All right, so. And then my wife just motivated. Every time I see her, I want to go do something amazing with her. That's just how she is. All right, Chaka Bartel's in the house. Road trip sounds good. I know, bro. I'm trying to figure it out. That's what we're trying to figure out. Do we want to fly somewhere? Like, do we want to go see, like we were talking about like Texas. We got family in Florida. We got, we can go back to Cali. We got obviously kids out there with, some of them already came and saw us. Some of them didn't. Do we want to go to, just all kinds of stuff in my head, like a cruise, like a go to a resort, like it's and then I was walking this morning before I got in my shop. That's kind of like my New Year's resolution. I told myself I'm gonna get up and walk every day. Well, we typically walk, but I'm gonna get up and walk in the mornings. And I called my wife and said, damn. So we were talking about all this stuff actually since yesterday. And then this morning I was like, man, do we want to fly somewhere and do this, or take a road trip and drive some hours, because we got family there in San Diego and different places we can go. That just reminded me. Damn it, I just remind myself of something. So, guys, I did talk to, for those of you guys who know what I'm talking about, shouts out to the Chicago Coin family, all the places you can access Chicago Coin, all that good stuff. And then, so for those of you guys who don't know, we have a movie. I did talk to director Ryan Lamar. So, for those of you guys who don't know, my background, just a lot of stuff I've done, a lot of stuff I've owned, and, we've talked about that before. But one of my passions has been the film industry, part of 4 different film projects, and then 2 with Ryan Lamar. And so you guys can see, if you guys go to Variety, where they talk about a lot of stuff going on with TV, films, music. What happened? What happened? Damn it, how did I lose my thing? TV, music, like anything that comes out, Variety typically does an article on it or a publication talking about it. And so myself and shouts out to Mike O. We are 2 of the, you can see right here, Mike O. And we're actually, this damn thing, I swear I got so many pop up. I need to get one of those cleaning things programs. You can see Mike O and 68J right there. So we're 2 of the biggest investors in the movie. So I talked to the director last night. We had a meeting, and we're going to start. The film has to be completed by February. So in 60 days, the film has to be done in 60 days. Has to be. And so, he was kind of explaining to me how things, I don't know if you guys remember the movie Him, and we had actors, like one of the actors in our movie starred in Him. He was the dad in Him, when the football player was a young kid, and he was like around his dad. That dad is Don Benjamin. So he was busy doing things. Other people were busy doing things, and so they've been trying to get all the actors back together to film the second part. Here's so crazy. We were supposed to go back So just here's an update for everybody. So we're supposed to go back, and here the movie again is called um, uh, this apocalyptic horror film, Holy Smoke. Now it's crazy when I tell you this, you guys don't trip out because I know I tripped out yesterday. So I'm talking to the director and Ryan Lamar, which if you guys don't know who Ryan is, he's right here. And so so the first part of the film was filmed in Canada. The second part of the film was going to be filmed in New Mexico. Where's he at? Right here. So Ryan, and this is Don Benjamin, who's in our movie, one of the stars in our movie, and he was also the dad in Him. So, make a long story short, I talked to the director, and they canceled. There was things that were being held up in New Mexico where they were going to film at. So now everything's because of the time crunch with the distribution company. Everything has to be done in 60 days, and they found a studio in Orange County, California. So now we're going to be filming back here in the U.S. Because again, the first part was Canada. Second part was supposed to be New Mexico, and then there's going to be some areas like in Chicago and other places they're going to go to get that Chicago vibe, which I think is where the film's supposed to be. But you can film in other like places, countries, and make it look like you're in. If you want to get like cold weather in Chicago and it's not snowing, you can go to a certain country, that kind of thing, and they'll bring it back to Chicago and show Chicago buildings. Anyway, so it's going to be filmed over the next 60 days. It'll be done. He said maybe even in January. So we're on standby right now. Me and Michael are on standby because we have we're supposed to be in a cameo of the movie. So we'll have like a small little part. For those of you guys who don't know, back in the day, my love for films came from being in acting school. So and I was a business owner, I was an entrepreneur already, and I found myself kind of bored as an entrepreneur. I'd done very well in the things I was doing, and I got into films, and I got into acting and took acting classes, all this stuff. So that's where my first introduction to certain small films and things like that I started doing, in commercials and all that, and just being part, small little things in the industry. And so, but anyway, so they're going to film in Orange County, California. And then the director asked me, he's got another movie they're already doing with T.I., which is Q-Tip. You guys remember the rapper T.I.? And there's some other big names in it. It's supposed to be like, you guys remember, I don't know if you remember the Lakers. What's my man's name? He used to be married to Vanessa Williams. I said it last night. He told me last night. Rick Fox, John Sally. Anyways, he either wants me to play. He said I want you to be in a movie because you're the same height as Rick Fox and y'all look similar. I was like, huh? But he said I might want you to play his dad in the movie, or his brother in the movie. I can't remember because y'all both are 6'8", and y'all both are professional, athletes. Obviously, him on the higher level. But he asked me to be in another movie. I was like, what? I was like, hell yeah! So I looked at my wife. I said, do you know this dude just asked me to be in another one of his upcoming films? So I know that's a whole lot to process. But anyways, Holy Smoke will be completed in February. And then obviously it has to get edited and everything. And then I'm going to be going into another project, so which I will definitely make the family a part of that as well. So I'm really, really excited about that. Big things are happening. That was based off the meeting that we had last night. So that was something we kind of, had a lot of fun and went to go have dinner last night and all that good stuff. So that was a pretty cool little call last night. So we'll see how all that plays out. That's what's up. Yeah, appreciate you, Chaka. Okay, and by the way, guys, for the family, once we get some things, especially being in Orange County, man, I'd love to be able to invite somebody to the side. I just got to see the time frame, how much of a rush it is, what access we have to the studios, to the movie studios and stuff like that. But yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Anyways, okay, so we're on standby with that. I'll keep you guys updated as I hear more. Okay, I believe that things will suddenly and miraculously change in your favor in 2026. I thought this was kind of funny, guys, and I do believe that, by the way. I thought this was kind of funny, man. This comes like, it's different when people put stuff up like this. Like people like us, right? When people make these damn pictures, and you're like, what the hell? You just at this point it's funny. But the White House, this is a damn White House account, 3.3 million followers at White House. So, I mean, I don't know who owns this. I would think it's the White House, right? Does anybody know anything different than me on this? It says, when you are in OC, stop by their farms. Best strawberries on the planet Earth. EARF. I set up their waters. Okay, nice. For sure, my brother. Yeah, when it all happens, and I know the dates, I'll let everybody know. Because like I said, if I can get somebody on the set, like one of our community members, I just like right now it's been so hard because we don't have set dates. We haven't had set dates. Me and Mike missed the Canadian thing because of like the dates were all screwy, and we thought we were supposed to go out and do because our first part, what we're supposed to actually be in, a cameo. I actually put up the scene on the website. There's a scene that we're supposed to be in, me and Mike O, and we missed that because of like scheduling. It happened. So he was like, "Oh, it's happening." I was like, "What?" It happened way too fast, and trying to get to Canada at and we almost went to Canada at the wrong time. It was just crazy, bro. Like me and Mike O literally were supposed to get up the next morning and go to Canada, and they weren't even shooting. So it was nuts. So with all the chaos and stuff, you know, the film industry is a crazy business. Once it's completed, it's completed. But you know, you're trying to lock down different people's schedules, and they got all their own, you know, own stuff and own movies they're doing. But so anyways, yeah, once we get all that figured out, I'll let you guys know. Okay. But this is kind of crazy. It says, "Thank you, Mr. Tariff," like Mr. Clean. There's no trade like Mr. Tariff. That's funny, bro. Like, so they put him like Mr. Clean. They just put his head on there. I mean, I don't know. And the White House is doing that. That is their actual account. That's funny to me. Anyways, okay. Be so amazing in who you are that people realize it's a privilege to be connected to you. And I think sometimes that's what we fail to realize, man. I think some people take things, situation, or people for granted. Right? You know, it's so funny, and I'm not going to get into this, but I remember telling people, man, I'll help you do this, and I'll help you do that. I'll help you explode your channel. And it's like, it's just, I think some people don't even realize when they're connected to awesome people or, you know, or connections. And I definitely don't take my family for granted, but I think a lot of people in this space, they do. And so that's it. Just but that's not the point of this. Be so amazing in who you are that people realize it's a privilege to be connected to you. That's a fact. There's so much truth to this. It says crypto millionaire starter packet. And I looked at this. I started laughing because, you know, it's so funny, guys. People who, and I think I looked at this and laughed because of the Crocs. I think like I spend, unless I'm walking somewhere, like me and my wife go for a walk, I spend the majority of my time when we go out and we go anywhere in Crocs. That's funny. I rock black Crocs like a son of a gun. You know, unless it's like really cold and I got to put on shoes, but like 80% of the times I'm in Crocs and sweatshirts and shirts and stuff like this. It's so funny because, you know, it's an old saying, like when people go out and act like, you know, they got all the, you know, there's flashy and then, okay, I'm not getting to it. But anyways, most people who got money don't even flaunt. You can never tell. Like, it's funny, like I use Mike O as an example. I want to use myself. You look at Mike O, I love Mike O, and he's probably here, but you never think Mike O is a multimillionaire. If you look at him on the street, you never think. You'd be like, this is just some regular dude probably working at, it's just, but that's how most people who have money, and most people that I know outside of me and Mike O, who I know who are multimillionaires, they're just chilling. They're just chilling. Very casual jeans, you know, beat up shoes half the time. But you go to their houses and see what it's a different story. So shouts out. This is kind of funny. Crypto millionaire starter pack. That's funny as hell. All right, let's move on. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. Buddha. Ooh, that's a fact. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. Man. The manipulation continues in 2026, guys. It's a fact. Just in, and this was like, what, 3 hours? How long ago did I post this? 2 hours. So a few hours ago or so, 82 million worth of longs liquidated from the crypto market in the past 60 minutes from that point. 82 million. You don't think somebody's making money, guys? You don't think they're making money? Don't get frustrated, get better. That's a fact. I like this right here. It's from, it says, cultivate patience. It says the bamboo in 5 years for the roots to grow, and then 6 weeks later for the actual bamboo to grow. Isn't that crazy? And so that reminded me of XRP. Greatness takes time, slowly, then all at once. We went through 5 years of craziness, but we kept growing. Ripple kept expanding, kept acquiring, kept, you know, with all these phenomenal partnerships. 5 years we went through with the SEC. 5 years, you didn't see a whole lot of nothing up here. And all of a sudden, slowly, then all at once. That's a fact. Okay, a disciplined person is calm. A calm person is dangerous. I do agree with that. A disciplined person is calm. A calm person can do anything. You're damn straight. Regardless of what BTC and ETH does, investors are positioning themselves for XRP institutional adoption. Who says that? Well, Coin Bureau puts this out. It says the market is bullish for XRP. Fire! Come on now. XRP jumped 20. Now, this is before the little. This is like 4 a.m., which is probably predicated off what happened yesterday before the little Bitcoin dump. But XRP jumped 12%, hitting its highest level since mid-November, leading market gains on strong trading volume and ETF inflows. Analysts say traders are positioning for wider XRP adoption and diversifying beyond BTC and ETH, guys. They know what's going on. They're looking at the charts just like, wait a minute, how much even if they got it early, okay, I got all this Ethereum, but damn, look at this price of XRP. Good Lord. If Dom and Easy and those guys are right, sheesh. What's your thoughts on Solana? I think Solana is great for what Solana does. You know, it's like when I talk about passionately about the Ferrari, right, which is XRP, right, what it does and the fact what it's going to do globally, and then I talk about the 4x4 truck, the monster truck that just runs over everything strong, which is Bitcoin, and then you talk about the nice Mercedes Benz, which might be Solana. They all have their different use cases, their different functions, different things they do. But yeah, I think Solana is got a lot of potential. That's for sure. A lot. Look at it. It's at number 6. Absolutely. Samson of LA is in the house. What's up, brother? Shouts out to Ross. Ross in the house. Is it Ross Rena? Ross Rena in the house. Appreciate that question, Ross Rena. Jose is in the house. What's up, Jose? Anybody else I miss? X Lloyd. I get everybody? I think so. All right, let's keep it going. So yeah, they see what we see, guys. They know. Lately, all of BTC moves have been fake outs, aka liquidity grabs. I do feel like that, guys. Look, I'm like, if you don't feel that way, I don't know what planet you're on, because we can't say, well, that was 2025. 2025 was just 6 days ago, right? So what, a 7-day week ago, we were in 2025. So to me, most of Bitcoin moves in 2025, especially the middle to the latter, and then even now going into 26 are just liquidity grabs. And that's why you can't really trust what you see, because I think when Bitcoin really moves, it's gonna move, right? If not, you'll see this little $4,000 or $5,000 pumps. They're like, woo, move some of the markets, and then come back and just liquidity grab. That's just the way I see it. Michael Saylor, first time joining you. You're doing? Oh, thank you so much, Ross. I appreciate it, my brother. And if you guys have joined us for the first time, and I don't even know if I say my brother, because it could be, I'm not sure if Ross, but thank you for being here, Ross. It's hard to identify who a person is, like gender off their name, but thank you either way. Because a lot of times I say my brother, my sister, but hope to see you, Solana. Yeah, Solana, dude, I'm telling you, Solana was a that whole FTX thing, that it became the opportunity of, it was crazy, because that thing went from like where it was at all the way down to like $8.50. And at that point I was like, what? I was telling people, grab Solana. Okay, where we at here? If you guys get a chance, if you join us for the first time, my name is James, aka 68J. Our community is Crypto for Life. Is at 68J_Crypto for Life. We'll appreciate you guys. We've been around for me personally going on 9 years. This year will be 9 years, and this channel, we've had it for 3 years. And so we got the greatest family on planet Earth, EARF. You might not know what that means. We'll explain at some point. But we definitely appreciate you guys. We've got some of the greatest interviews. We used to cover like almost all the coins, quite a few coins. There's a lot of new coins now, but we did a coin a day, a coin a week. We've had some of the biggest names on this channel. We're the only channel that's ever had dumbass Gary Gensler on the show. The only one, only YouTube show that's ever had dumbass Gary Gensler. That's a fact. You don't know? Go down and check that out. But we got just an amazing amount of content. Make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. We appreciate you guys be a part of our familia. Let's keep it going. Okay. Many are excited about altcoins mooning in 2026. I'm more excited about utility assets like XRP, Algo, XLM, HBAR, XTC, IOTA, and others, because they're, obviously you've seen assets like Solana or ADA being mentioned as part of the strategic reserve. So I just think there's a time, guys, and I'm gonna continue to read this. As these assets, or certain assets, not all assets, will start detaching themselves from BTC and other non-utility assets, that will continue to follow it. I think there's a lot of assets, and there was I hope I shared this video. Let me look down and see if I shared it. There's a video that I saw with Paul Barron, I believe. Yeah, right here. Is this it? Okay, yeah. And he was talking about, this is Marco Chaos. Is that how you said it? Oh, Macro Chaos. That's not. This is Stephen McClurg. He was talking about his thoughts on Bitcoin and how certain things will possibly. So I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because I want you guys to hear what he has to say on that exact topic. But we still got a little bit to go. Well, I'm gonna have to blast through this. I'm gonna have to get through this. Okay, where we at? Okay, so a long-term game plan helps with short-term emotional obstacles in crypto. That's a fact. Mario says BTC falls back below 92,000, grabbing a whole lot of liquidity, like we talked about. Crypto czar David Sachs meets with senators to help advance crypto market structure bill. Guys, it's getting ready to happen. I think 2026 is going to be a phenomenal year for crypto. Shouts out to Mel Will. Good to see you, Mel Will. Mel Will in the house. Who else is up in here that I might have missed? Ivan Hernandez. Good to see you. Spiro Man. People are amateurs. Relax. Buy and hold. Facts. That's a fact. People are, but hey. Everyone's entitled to an opinion in here. All right, let's keep it going. And yeah, I wouldn't say people are amateur. Yeah, there's a lot of amateurs in the space, a lot of newcomers in the space, and that's what we preach: do your own research. One of the things we talk about on this show, guys, is the 5 steps to success in crypto, which is have a strategic plan. Do your own research. Don't take the advice from anyone else. Do your own research. But it's good to be inspired and kind of get some direction if you need that. But then go out there and do your own research. Control your emotions is the number one killer in any investments, crypto stocks alike. Take profit. I don't give a damn how much money your wallet says. If you don't take profit, you ain't made no money. And I'm not saying take, but have a take profit strategy. And then number 5. Focus on your why. Why are you doing this? Let that be the reason that you stay locked into 1 through 4. Number 5 is if your why doesn't make you cry is not big enough. So, yeah, that's what it comes down to, guys. Is doing your own. This is your story. This is not anyone else's story. Your story and your story alone. Okay, who else we got in here? Yeah, do your own research. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We were all once new. We were all new once. That's what I'm saying. That's why when and again, nothing against the gentleman make that comment, but I never want to belittle or put anyone down because we were all new. I'll tell you guys before the millions came in this space. Trust me when I tell you, there's a time I lost my first initial investment in crypto and freaked out and was pissed and everything else because you come to this thing and especially if you don't know it, right? It's easy to say or make a comment about people being new. And again, I'm not attacking anyone, but it's easy to have that type of perspective when you know. But I don't care who you are unless you're Satoshi's son or you grew up, but everybody who came into space was looking at like, damn, this is a little tricky. This is a little this. You got to learn. It's a learning curve, and so and then once you learn, depends on the person's mindset. If a person's naturally used to following, they're not very good at doing their own research. Which in my opinion, you don't play with this opportunity. But yeah, it's just about positioning, learning, doing your own research, and having a plan. And we also talk about in the show. Having a 70-20-10 plan, which I use the dollar cost average in, and 25-25-50 to dollar cost average out. And it's something I had to learn the hard way because, like I said, my first initial involvement in crypto in 17 was chaotic. It was, I thought, I got in and I was trying to catch the down market of the bull run and which we call the hype run in 17. And got wrecked, right? Didn't have a plan, didn't know what I was, just trying to figure it all out, and that's how you learn. Sometimes that's how you learn. A couple little setbacks, a couple little losses, and you get better. Okay, where we at here? XRP Globe is being lit. Lots of XRP volume going around, and it's in and out of pairs right now. You'll never feel ready. Ready is not a feeling; it's a decision. I like that. Smoke is talking about, now if you guys don't know who PwC is, I put the link right here for people who might not know, but it says PwC reports cites Ripple as financial services infrastructure. Documented right here. If you guys want more information on who they are, it's right there. I'm going to try to blast through some of this, guys, because I want to try to stay within our hour. Yesterday we got kind of long. Shouts out to Bullish, Big D in the house. Appreciate you, my brother. Oh, don't start with that Scottie Pippen nose. Oh my God, that's the funniest damn thing when he was in that interview with Michael Saylor, and he's like, I know Satoshi. And Michael Saylor was like, what the hell are you talking about, Scotty? Don't have me like take down all my bold pictures of you. 110 million worth of Bitcoin shorts liquidated in the past 60 minutes. It's a bigger number than that for sure. Swift may adopt XRP once crypto regulations clear, says ex-CEO. This is crazy. Let's check it out. All you guys got to do, if you're interested in that, click on the picture, and it'll take you. Wait, what's going on? There we go. Okay, Swift could welcome XRP once regulations set, former CEO says. Let's see where this is at here. It says a renowned crypto analyst Smoke notes a growing trend that Swift may integrate cryptocurrencies like XRP as regulations become clearer. Former Swift CEO Goffred Limbrandit, if that's how you say it, I'm sorry, I probably butchered the poor guy's name, highlights the promise and challenges of bringing digital assets into traditional finance. Quote, it says, I think that the big part of Ripple's valuation proposition is the cryptocurrency XRP. Librant, if that's how you say it, I'm sorry for butchering his name, acknowledged, noting that banks remain hesitant to adopt it due to currency volatility. His remarks show the cautious stance of global financial institutions where the promise of faster, cheaper cross-border payments is tempered by the risk of fluctuating digital asset values. Swift's cautious stance is largely driven by the uncertain legal status of cryptocurrencies like XRP, which that is no longer the case. With regulations still evolving across jurisdictions, risk-averse banks face potential legal and... Okay, wait a minute, because this has to be... When I read this... it's saying things like in past tense, which a lot of the stuff is. So if you guys want, make sure you guys go check it out. I'm not going to read through the whole thing because I'm finding things that kind of sound like it's a little bit older information. I'm patient. I'm locked in. I'm ready. Yeah, I would have read through most of this, but I don't know. So it says January 2026. Wait a minute. Experts note that until regulatory clarity improves, large-scale adoption of digital currencies by banks remain unlikely. See, that's not true because banks are actually now. I'm having a little bit. It's like contradicting because there's articles that are out where Bank of America, and others like SBI, BBVA, and others are actually recommending to their clients to invest 4% into digital assets like cryptocurrencies, despite regulatory volatility. Challenges crypto adoption in traditional finance is accelerating. Okay. XRP Ripple, built for cross-border payments, delivers faster settlement, low fees, and greater transparency than conventional banking systems. Swift eventual integration of XRP could transform international transfers, replacing slow, costly processes with efficient, near-instant transactions. The CEO indicates, because I'm butchering his name, that Swift is closely watching the cryptocurrency space and could move once volatility eases and regulatory clarity improves, especially as crypto clarity and market structure bills progress. As the ecosystem matures, adopting digital assets may shift from a tech upgrade to a strategic necessity for banks to stay competitive. Conclusion, Swift adoption of XRP depends on clear regulations and stabilized markets. Okay, I can see that, but its impact could be transformative by combining traditional banking with cryptocurrency efficiency. XRP promises faster, cheaper, and more transparent cross-border payments as regulatory frameworks evolve. This move marks a pivotal step toward integrating digital assets into mainstream finance, positioning XRP as a cornerstone. This person must be bullish as hell. Who the hell wrote this? Okay, I'm like this. I mean, I'm bullish on XRP, but they sound hella bullish on XRP. Okay. If you guys want more information on that, make sure you guys go check it out. The link is right here. Moving on. XRP and Solana dethrone BTC and ETH as institutional favorites in 2025. What time we got? 52 minutes? Take a look at this. Shouts out to Fish Camp in the house. LCX? Yeah, LCX, another one. What happened? Lots of love. I hear you, Spearman. Ex-Lloyd said clown. No one else. Okay, let's keep it going. Shouts out to Spearman, Bullish, Big D. I think I got everybody in here. Yeah, Mel Will, Fish Camp. Okay, XRP and Solana dethrone Bitcoin and Ethereum as institutional favorites in 2025. With a 500% inflow surge, XRP emerges as an institutional favorite, reshaping the crypto investment hierarchy. Okay. For years, the institutional playbook for crypto industry was simple: buy Bitcoin, perhaps dabble in Ethereum, and ignore the rest. That's kind of like a lot of people feel right now. That's why I want to hear it, because I know there's some things I want to get to. In 2025, that playbook was rewritten. While Bitcoin retained its crown as the largest asset by total volume, which, hey, trust me, that's going to change. The real story of the year was a dramatic structural shift in where new capital chose to go. According to end-of-the-year data from CoinShares, the era of Bitcoin-only dominance has given way to a tiered market hierarchy where Ethereum has cemented its status as a core holding, and XRP and Solana have emerged as the first true institutional alt majors. Okay. We're not going to get too much in that. If you guys want to read this, guys, make sure it seems like a long read, and I don't got that kind of time as I'm trying to stay within my hour today. Yesterday was long as hell. Okay, they're going at it again, manipulating BTC to control crypto market. I do believe that's the case. Binance dominates XRP liquidations. Uh-oh. You guys remember this before when people were getting all pissed off? God dang, that's a whole lot of reading. Okay, let me see if I can run through it quick. Binance dominates XRP liquidations as multiple short squeezes ignite. Daily market update: XRP just delivered a short squeeze, and Binance was right at the center of it. After a brutal liquidation of long positions on December 31st, the price reversed sharply, triggering three major short liquidation clusters in early January. XRP exchange liquidation metrics. The first chart shows forced liquidation activity for XRP derivatives across exchanges covering the period from January 1st to January 5th of this year. This data highlights how liquidation events played a key role in driving recent XRP price action, especially on Binance, which continues to dominate derivatives volume. Key observations: December 31st, XRP saw a large long liquidation event exceeding 2.7 million. Binance alone accounted for nearly 1 million of these forced liquidations. That's crazy. Forced liquidations. Right after the long positions were flushed out, XRP price rebounded sharply, signaling exhaustion of downside pressure. Short squeeze phase begins January 2nd, 4th, and 5th. Following the rebound, a series of short liquidations started to appear. Each event saw short liquidations ranging from 750K to over 1 million, with Binance taking the largest share every time. A lot of people have had a lot of issues with Binance. XRP liquidation heat map, where shorts got destroyed. The liquidation heat map clearly shows the removal of three major short liquidation clusters located around $1.58, 205, 215. These levels represented dense short positioning, which acted like magnets for price once momentum turned bullish. Okay, where we at here? XRP will outperform Ethereum. I told you months ago. I do believe that's the case, and I gave an example of what that would take up above. I think it's like a 3x, and it surpasses Ethereum at 18 to 20x, and it surpasses Bitcoin. I like this right here. It says, your normal day is someone's dream. So be thankful for every day. Amen to that. Yeah, definitely amen to that. Money will not set you free. Your mindset will. That's a fact. Okay, altcoin season filing happened in 2026. Yes, it's possible. Let me explain. Is this long? Damn it, we don't got time for that. Sorry. You guys get a chance, make sure you guys go over here in the thread and read it. I'm trying to stay within my hour. I don't know if that's going to happen. XRP was stuck at 50 cents for years due to the bogus lawsuit by the SEC. It jumped 50 cents from $1.89 to $1.39. To $2.39 in just 3 days. So that's what just happened yesterday. Wait until it starts jumping by 10 cents at a time. Get ready, the standard. And I do agree that's going to happen, guys. $10, 10 cents at a time. I'm going to read this again because I feel like I butchered it. XRP was stuck at 50 cents for years due to the bogus lawsuit by the SEC, like almost 5 years. It just jumped over the last couple, literally yesterday. It just jumped 50 cents from $1.89 to $2.39 in just 3 days. Wait until it starts jumping by $10 at a time, and that's what I meant by that. Okay. Let's see. Fish Camp. We got another L. Is that okay? That's the same one. D. Thanks, Lloyd. Awesome chart of the. I'm sorry. I need more coffee. Awesome start of the year 2026. XRP ETFs are the leading performance ETFs for all of the total market. All of them are up 16 to 17% for the day. So shouts out to Chad, always bringing that XRP ETF information to us. Be so good that they can't ignore you. I agree with that. Just in 250 billion added to the currency market just in 2026. This was as of yesterday, and then it quickly got flushed away by Bitcoin dipping. When it dips, we dip, just like that. Facts. A bad day on Earth is still a day. That's a fact, bro. Much love to X-Lloyd. That's dope. Treat others the same way. Treat others with the same respect and kindness you desire for yourself. Amen to that. That's such a small but true statement. Simple but true. Stephen McClurg, CEO of Canary Capital. Canary Capital has been on fire right now with XRP ETFs. Utility tokens will outperform. And this is actually a really great message. This is 2 minutes long with Paul Barron. Make sure you guys lock in on this.
Would you change your position right now for 2026? Would you be bearish or bullish right now?
Well, it depends on the asset. If we're talking about Bitcoin, we'll start there. I am bearish on Bitcoin for this year. I do believe that October 6th was the absolute peak of this particular cycle for Bitcoin. Wow. And we're now in the bear leg of the cycle. And, we discussed this before, several reasons why Bitcoin has kind of, been pretty flat this year.
Yeah.
But my expectation is, Bitcoin dropped 30% from October 6th, and I expect another 20 to 30% down from here. Wow. Over the next 6 to 9 months. Wow. Until we hit another trough, and then we're, back into the next cycle and back into a bull market.
Interesting. This kind of correlates with what that young lady has said. I can't remember the video that I showed when she was saying Bitcoin hit an all-time high, BNB hit an all-time high, XRP damn near hit an all-time high, Ethereum damn near hit an all-time high, back to where it was at. And there were certain altcoins and things that did good, but, that could have possibly been the run that we were looking for. And then, that's an interesting perspective. Even though I feel like this is an extended cycle we're in right now, we're just seeing small pullbacks and we'll continue to see upside. What he's saying is a little bit different than that.
Bitcoin dropped 30% from October 6th, and I expect another 20 to 30% down from here over the next 6 to 9 months until we hit another trough, and then we're back into the next cycle and back into a bull market.
Why you always bother me? This dog, I swear my dog, it's like clockwork, but I swear, every time I get at an hour, I don't know what it is. Every time I go when I get to an hour on this show, he starts this right here. He starts jumping all over me. Come here, buddy. Come here. That's funny. Come here, Dad. Hi, Princey. You want to say hi to everybody? Hi, is that what it is? Every time at an hour, are you like Dad's automatic little thing? Huh? You like Dad's automatic little time clock, Papa? Yeah, you are. Okay, go sit down. I'm almost done. This dude's he's got like a timer in his in his head. He didn't bother me this whole time, and then an hour he starts jumping all over my lap. It's crazy. Hey, I know you're part of the Crypto for Life family. So am I. I'm in this damn room with you every day. I love you, 6'8", aka Dad. But damn it, it's enough. Let's finish it up.
I don't expect to see a new all-time high in Bitcoin in 2026.
All right.
Now, most cryptocurrencies are going to follow Bitcoin, right?
Very important. Stay locked in. Listen to this.
But I do believe there's a divergence happening. And the theme of 2026 is going to be building. And it's going to be primarily tokenization of real-world assets, including stable coins. And any protocol that is heavily involved in this, and that does include XRP Ledger, or anything that's building real-world applications for this technology, which also include Hedera.
Yep.
I believe that those two assets are going to diverge from Bitcoin in this cycle.
Basically, what he's saying is, and I want you guys to hear it one more again. Basically, what he's saying is right now, everything's falling Bitcoin. And we've talked about this for a while on the show, where once these utility assets start being utilized for what they were created for, you'll find these institutions, they're not like us. They're not going to be part of that emotional, cycle, chart that we put up all the time. Institutions, it's about dollars and cents. It's about long-term holding and utilization for what they need it to be, utilized for, which is, moving money, what have you. So, when you see these big institutions, and it's not just me. Paul Barron's talked about it. Zach Rector's talked about it. Jake Claver's talked about it. Lewis Jackson's talked about it. Jimmy Valley's talked about it. And that is, Abs and Johnny Crypto's talked about it. Many people talked about it, where you'll see these assets being acquired and they're not going to be trading in and out, guys, right? They're in it for the long haul. If you don't know if you can be around one day when XRP hits 100 or 1,000 or wherever it could go, trust me, they will. Trust me, they will. And so, and the little process that we're taking is not even closely compared to what they're looking at in the long term. So right now, everything's following the Almighty. When it dips, we dip just like that. When it goes up, that's how it is with Bitcoin. But at some point, what he's saying is everything will change, and those certain non-utility assets will continue to follow what Bitcoin does. Utility will slowly but surely start detaching itself, slowly, then all at once.
There's a divergence happening, and the theme of 2026 is going to be building, and it's going to be primarily tokenization of real-world assets, including stable coins. And any protocol that is heavily involved in this, and that does include XRP Ledger, or anything that's building real-world applications for this technology, which also include Hedera, I believe that those two assets are going to diverge from Bitcoin in this cycle. Right. Now, does that mean that they're going to go up triple, quadruple in 2026? Probably not. I'm expecting low double-digit growth in price.
Low double-digit growth in price. Hey, double digits, baby, I'm okay. Y'all okay with that? Y'all okay with double-digit price? I'm just saying. Now, I know is his opinion, but at the end of the day, these are the people who are in the big boy rooms, right? These are the big players. They're in the big boy rooms. They come on now. They know what's going on.
In 2026, for the handful of crypto assets that fall outside of Bitcoin and all of its followers. But I do expect to see, probably positive returns, if not flat, while Bitcoin's down 30%.
Whoa, okay, that's perspective. Come on, Prince. Okay, Pop, I'm gonna be there in a minute. Edward Falowski is in the house. Good to see you, Edward. Ripple has become the Amazon of crypto, and XRP has become the standard. Smoke puts this out and says, in just 2 years, Ripple acquired 7 companies to expand beyond payments into prime brokerage, custody, treasury, and stablecoins. Guys, the chess game, the game of chess that they're playing right now is incredible. Okay, Papa, I'm gonna be there. Go lay down. I'm gonna be right there. Okay, go lay down, baby. Go lay down. I'll be right there, baby. Okay, Daddy, be right there. The outcome: a vertical integrated global financial services platform and a valuation of approximately $40 billion, placing Ripple amongst the most valuable private fintech companies in the United States. Now, I think it was who covered this? Was it Mickle? I saw somebody who actually covered this. I'm gonna see who that was. Was that Mickle? Let me see. Somebody did somebody had something very interesting to say about this morning. I was listening to it. Was it Mickle? Damn it, that's not it. Okay. Where's Mickle's? See Mickle right here, boom. I think was he the one who? I think maybe it was Mickle that put it out. Let's see. I do a lot of research, but I forgot who it was. But they were talking about. I don't think it was Mickle, was it? No, it would have been. What was this about, Zach? Oh wow, Mickle reposted this. Wow. Oh, I didn't even see this. Okay, I'm not gonna play this live. What the hell, this hypocrite, Zach Rector? Oh shoot, I didn't see that. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. Okay, so fair value wild. Okay, I didn't see that. So yeah, there's a video where I believe it was Mickle. It could have been someone else, and they were talking about. I don't think I got a video here. Do I? No. Okay, they were talking about how. Okay, I lost my train of thought all the way. Forget it. I'm good with low double. Yeah, I agree with you. God dang it! What was the point I was trying to make? They were saying that at even was it an $8 or $10 XRP? I think it was $8. Would make Ripple where they have the highest IPO ever, just at an $8 valuation or at an $8 XRP, or maybe it was a $10 XRP, something like that. I wish I'd had kept the damn video. Oh well. All right, let's move on. I didn't keep the video. I watched it. A lot of times I try to mark things so I can go back and show it. You're not wrong for expecting the same energy and love you give to others. That's a fact. You're not wrong for that. If you put it out, hey, I expect it back as well. Was there any doubt XRP would lead the way for crypto in 2026? It says XRP ETFs are the top performing crypto ETFs today and recorded their highest daily trading volume since launch. So, guys, we're going to get up out of here. Before we do, I just want to let you guys know how much I appreciate you guys. I can't wait, guys. I got really excited last night about the fact of hearing that the movie will be complete in the next 60 days. I'm really, really excited about that. That's been like one of my little babies that I had to kind of like, not talk, it's hard to continuously talk about things when it's paused. So I'm really excited that it's going to move forward and we can get that movie completed and the family can be a part of that and witness everything. So looking forward to that. Now, with that being said, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Crypto for Life. One of the things I realized in this show, my energy was a little, I don't say my energy, I wasn't as much as like when I drink iced coffee, but I forgot to play my man Crypto Tales. We play that each and every day. It's very few times that I've never played this song, so we're going to go and give you guys a treat and play it. I know I said I want to stay at an hour, but you guys deserve this all the way through. Crypto Tales, representing the greatest family on planet Earth, EARF. Oh, you're going to get the banger, X-Lord, right now. Crypto for Life, Chicago Coin Family, XRP Army, guess what? This is for you. And make sure you guys go check us out. SHKK, Chicago Coin website. Everything about who we are, our team, our family, for us, by us. I love my family to pieces. All the things that we're doing here. You guys want to go out to the X page, you guys can check it out as well. Chicago Coin, baby. It's a community project for us, by us. Let's keep it going. The one and only greatest family on planet Earth, EARF. Let's do it all the way through just for you. Let's do it.
This one.
Blockchain Monkeys, should we end the show? Blockchain Monkeys, what do you think? Tell Dad. Yeah? Okay, let's do it.
So many years and it's still no cheers. If fear selling and I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the moving? It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing. Going back to go back, got them choosing. Which one? Bang it up.
Here come the monkeys.
This one?
Let me get some. We looking for that astro flip. Guacamole, I want the whole damn dip. I got my spacesuit on. Yeah, I want the whole damn shit. And if you bring in any further, bust the whole damn clip. Nah, we do our own research here. Over ledger on a t-shirt here. We in the jungle, I know. They like, monkey, how you see so clear? I did my homework, so we don't care. Yeah. Sitting on the ledger with the bag man. And I just bought Quant with my bad hand. A little Globians and XTC. And a little more XRP. We not playing. So basically we repping for the same set. Cause we was here way before the main net. Who would have thought that Crypto Tales would come together on a topic that we know so well? Music.
So many years and it's still no cheers. If fear selling and I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the moving? It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing. Going back to go back, got them choosing. Which one? Bag it up. This one? Stack it up.
Appreciate you, my man. Protein 40. What's good, y'all? I've been lurking and working. Congratulations on the movie. Yeah, I'm excited about it too, man. Crypto for Life 68J, Raiders Nation. I'm a cowboy, but you know, I'm going to give you some love anyway. That's my wife's team, Raiders. But yeah, that was a great game last week. The fact that y'all won that field goal is like crazy. But no, yeah, definitely appreciate it, guys. I'm excited. The movie's coming out soon. 60 days. At least I know that it has to be done by that time because of the distribution deal that we have in place. So I'm excited about that. You know, we'll let you guys know what we can do if you know, maybe some people who are in the area, or maybe we'll bring somebody out. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. Either way, appreciate you guys. Love you guys. X Lloyd, Protein 40 in the house. We got Crypto Mama Liz in the house. Thank you for all your support, sis. Nest Force up in here, huh? We've got who else we got up in? Chaka Bartels. Good to see you, my brother. DCA Crypto Dave, Real Canal Life up in here. Appreciate you in a major way. We got Edward Falowski's in the house. We got Mel Will. What's up, Mel Will? Good to see you, Mel Will. Spiro Man's in the house. We got Bullish Big D in the house. Who else we got up in here? Let's see. Crypto Outlaw in the house. Good to see you, my beautiful queen, Jeanette. That's my baby. What's up, Jeanette? Rosie Rena, if that's how you say it. Rosie Rena? Or no, Ross. I'm sorry, Ross Rena. So Ross Rena. Hope to see you. I hope it all explodes. Solana, all of it. Samson of LA's in the house. I don't know where I get Rosie from. This. Yeah, I kind of read it all together. Ross in the house. Who else is in here? Jose. We've got Samson of LA. Charca Bartels. Who else is in here? Anybody else? Shouts out to all the family that couldn't make it. BQ69. What's up, bro? You Marvin Davis. Jay Henrys, Nina Blossoms, Dual Citizen, what's up, my brother? Chicken 415, Mike O, what's up, Nest4, John Singh, my man TR, anybody else that's in the groove, part of the family, probably forgetting a whole lot of people, but shouts out to the family. Marquise in the house, good to see you, my brother. Bullish Bird up in here. Let's see, anybody else before we get up out of here? Crypto Mom's been a member since day one of our biggest supporters and biggest givers in our family. One of our biggest supporters for sure, Beekeeper69. Appreciate you, my brother. All right, guys, I think we're out of here. Much love, respect. See you guys mañana. It's your boy James, a.k.a. 68J. Peace. Greatest family on planet Earth. EARF. Yeah.